It is currently May 26th. I am back in my hometown. I'm not where I currently reside, but back in my hometown because in the morning I'm going to go pick up the car. Now, don't get me wrong, I was supposed to, have this process already done. When I made my video, I explained that, tomorrow in that video I was gonna go get it. Well, that ended up not being the case. But tomorrow we actually have plans. Everything's set in motion. So I'm gonna go check this car out. And I'm pretty ecstatic, to say the least, because it's just been a long time coming. Something that I've dreamt of since I was almost 18, when my buddy first got his for his first car. And obviously I'm talking about the Cobalt SS. He has the supercharged, and it's a pretty nice example in itself. I remember when he got it, it was only 82,000 miles on it, if I'm right, something around that range. And the dude who had it, did some nice appealing mods to it. Nothing crazy exterior wise, but interior wise, pretty basic. But engine bay, that's where all the money got spent for real. And the guy actually ended up letting go of the car for a price lower than he needed to, but he was running from cops, didn't have it registered or anything, and they were starting to catch on. So he got rid of it, parked it for a bit, and just needed to sell it. But anyhow, fast forward to today. It's taken me a long while, shouldn't have, but we gotta grow up sometimes and learn from our mistakes. I used to, be pretty bad at holding a job or something, just to keep money coming in. I didn't really see the importance of it or anything, but I've learned. So now we're to, like I said, current day, and it's changed. Now I'm in a position of actually getting the car. And this isn't my dream car, but this is a car I've wanted for a long while. I don't have a car currently. I've been carless since 2022. Though, I've drove, let that be known, I still drive, but just having my own car, my own independence. So it's going to be a very surreal feeling to be able to go purchase a car, knowing that I'm working my tail off to get this car. But this car is also going to be a door of opportunity. So I'm pretty ecstatic, don't get me wrong. Nervous, maybe a little, because there's a slight chance that we go there tomorrow and there's problems wrong with the car that aren't listed or shown, and I end up just not taking it home because of that. And if that's the case, well, so be it. I'll be a little upset, but I'm not gonna sit there and waste my time and money on something that's gonna be, making me pay out of pocket for crazy amounts off the rip. So, we're gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go with my stepfather, who's bought a good amount of cars in his days, so he knows what to look for. So that would be a pretty nice experience in itself. But one thing I can say is I cannot wait. I really have been so focused on this ever since I started working the new job I am. I've been there for almost 2 months now, and now I'm in this position. I've literally been so good at making it to work. This last 2 weeks has been my worst. I've had to use all my sick time and all my PTO, but it's worth the risk. There was one day I was genuinely sick, but with everything that how it's falling, I took the other days off so I could get this car. It's a risk, but the benefits from it, some people would say that's kind of dumb, but they're not understanding the vision. This car isn't gonna just be something that I'm driving and stuff. It's gonna be my door of opportunity to achieve the heights and dreams that I want to achieve. So I'm pretty ecstatic, like I said. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and further update you on the process. I'll be blogging partially of the way, and you'll see me at that point, so I'll see you then. So currently on the way to getting the car. It is currently almost 8 o'clock, 7:58, so pretty much we're about an hour out, a little over if I'm right, maybe a little under, but I'm just super ecstatic, you know, again, like I expressed yesterday. But with that being said, I'm not gonna let that override, you know, if there's any problems with the car when we do go check it out and stuff. But I guess we'll see. I'll see you then though. So, I don't know if you could tell, but right to the right of me, maybe depending on what camera angle might be your left, I got it. I truly got it. A few things wrong with it, nothing crazy. Engine is purring beautiful, like more than ever, I should say. Transmission shift's beautiful too. Clutch is also immaculate. All I need is wheel bearings in the front. I need to get tires for the front, and I have rust on my rockers. So those three things are really the main objectives I'm going to be attacking. I don't know how soon on the rockers, because the rockers aren't that big of a deal to me right now, because this is my only car and that's going to take a good amount of time. But luckily I do carpool with my buddies, so if this car does need to go in the shop for a little bit, it can, you know, do whatever it needs to. But anyhow, with that being said, my fault. I'm more than never happy. This is the turbo one, and it's completely stock, so it's not super loud. It's got exhaust leak also. But besides all of that, it's a beautiful running car. You know, I'm very content. It's got aftermarket stereo already for me. It's already got the head unit that comes, or the subwoofer I should say, that comes, you know, the 10-inch one. It's chilling in the back, and I've already tuned it up. I'm bumping, so I'm mad content. But it's just the start of the journey. You know, I really thought about this for a long while, and I was really hesitant when I first, you know, got there. My stepdad was in my ear a bit, but he was trying to have me talk the guy down. The guy had already cut me a price more than needed. So with that being said, it's gonna need a little work, but it's drivable. I drove it almost 2 hours. I'm sitting here right now, you know, chilling at my mom's house, and then I gotta drive another 45-50 minute drive to go to Jefferson City, because that's where I stay. But you know, I'm enjoying the whole process. This car sounds pretty solid minus the exhaust leak, but it almost gives it some burbles when it, you know, does. It's just a little loud and a little goofy sounding. But I've heard worse. I've had a car that had a way worse exhaust leak. It sounded like a tractor. 99 Ford Mustang V6 manual, just like this. This is a 5-speed, so what's that? But oh boy, did that thing sound like doo-doo. It did not sound good at all. It sounded like it was on its last limbs, just trying to get up to gear, because it was so loud, and then the sound of the exhaust leak on top of that, it just wasn't it. Now we're a few years removed from that. This is my second car. I don't have too many pictures of my first, too many videos or anything, but I already have more videos of this than I do of my other car that I had. But this is because I actually like this car. Mustang was just kind of a beater. It was my first car. I didn't really care. But now I'm more mature. I'm at an aspect where I wanted a car for real, because for a long while I didn't care, but now I do. And look where I'm at.
though this car is on a loan, who cares? It's still in my possession. It's still mine. I'm able to drive it whenever I feel like it. Got to get it legal and all that, but you know, I'm gonna have to get everything all tidied up and stuff for that to happen. So that being said, that's what we're gonna work on, and yeah, I'm hyped for it. But I'm gonna cut to some driving point of view. Excuse my roughness. It's been a long while since I've drove a manual, so I'm getting better. It's gonna take a while. I'm not the fastest learner. I get the concept down pretty fast, but I do grading shift a lot, so bear with me. That will get old, I'm sure, but still just enjoy the process of the video and stay tuned for whatever comes next. But with that, we're gonna cut to the driving point of view. So back again, obviously, with some driving. You can hear the wheel bearing. Sorry, I don't know why I can't think, but you can hear the wheel bearing and whatnot. It's got a bit of a hum to her, so it's a bit rough, but still drivable. Like I said, that's about all you get out of it. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, just it's really enjoyable, to say the least. I mean, the car suits me, my body type, very well. So with that being said, I don't know, I just couldn't be more content for real. But yeah, probably not gonna be a lot of enjoyable aspects when it comes to the driving. You're not gonna be able to hear no turbo spool or anything like that. But yeah, just stock Cobalt right now. It sounds a little rough, but you know, she still sounds a little bit better than some cars on the road, so I'll take that. But it's just like so nice to be able to drive a car that you can be in 5th gear and still pass traffic on the highway to, you know, get into the other lane, or you know, you don't have to downshift. Like, this car is just light enough to be able to maintain its power. So it's a pretty nice aspect, I will say. I just gassed up too, so we'll see how long the tank will last me. This is my first gas up, because when I got the car, it's already over half a tank. So I made it all the way from St. Louis to my hometown with that, and then some. Drove around a bit, took some pictures. One thing I love about the Cobalt, like, I don't know, I've heard people say they don't like the way it handles. Me personally, I've drove a decent amount of cars. Not too many manuals and too many sports cars, but just normal variety of cars. This just feels amazing to me. Because I'm not gonna lie, when, you know, I was driving those cars and stuff, I was being a little dumb. But I'm on a highway right now that I like to call, what's a polite way of saying it? It's just my highway to cut up on. Like, I know every aspect of it. I know where every corner is. So, like, I don't know. I know it like the back of my hand. But 4th gear, beautiful. I'm not even above 3K right now. I'm still maintaining 60 miles per hour around all the corners with no hesitation. And this car is stock height, you know, nothing but stock. But it just handles so good even at this point. Granted, I'm I'm not pushing it to its full limits right now because it doesn't have good front tires, and I have ABS problems right now, so I don't want that to be any worse, essentially. But, you know, again, it's still a very good cruising car. I mean, if you want something as a good daily commuter, this Ike Daily is the best daily you can have, because it's sporty, it looks good, but it also, adding to all that as a collective, it gets great gas mileage. You can get about 30, you know, miles per hour to the gallon, or miles per gallon, you know, per, like, obviously gallon. So it's not terrible for a sports car. Like, it is really good. It's a 4-banger, so you still have that luxury of being a gas commuter. So it's kind of just a nice experience, to say the least. A little pool right here on the straightaway. That's already 100, by the way. This is a stock car and it just eats. Granted, you gotta deal with that sound of the wheel bearing, but a lot of people will probably think I shouldn't be driving it like that, but there's no wobbles to the wheel bearing or anything. It just really makes noise. So I felt the wheel too. It's not even warm. And that was after driving it for an hour. That's the first thing I felt was, you know, the rim, the middle of the hub, and it normal temperature, not too hot, and the car isn't wobbling whatsoever. So I think it's just making some noise for real, but it's still gonna get replaced. It's not that expensive of a part. Yeah. I can't wait to get exhaust though, because I'll be able to hear her actually talk. Gosh. I'm just in love with this car, like, to say the least. Sounds rough, but unfortunately, that's what you get when you pay, you know, the price I paid. I paid $5,200 for this, by the way, 134K miles. So, in my opinion, that's not too bad. I probably could have gotten it a bit cheaper, but I already was swung a deal, so I didn't press the idea. I did ask if he'd take lower, but I wasn't gonna fight it because he already swung me a deal, like I said. So that being said, obviously it's gonna take work, and this car is gonna get touched, you know, touched like a little, let me not say that, but yeah, it's gonna get finessed, to say the least. So whenever that comes to the point, it'll be nice. But it's just super calm, kind of is like a bumblebee in a sense, you know. When you first see a bee, it's very calm and stuff, but you piss it off, this thing will pack a punch. It will not play. One thing I think I'm gonna have to do is get the flash tune so I can unlock the true top, you know, speed of it, because I'm pretty sure this still has the tune from factory that, you know, has the governor and limits it. But I'm not gonna be going those speeds anyways, for real. Just cause. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. I get to see my boost building up too, because it's got a stock boost gauge. I mean, think about that. Chevy really did something with this car. They put a stock 10-inch amp in here. On top of that, you have your boost gauge. I don't know if this one has launch control. I'll have to figure that out. But some of them came with launch control. The LSD, I also don't know if this has the LSD in it. working this paperwork to see if it tells me everything it has. But if not, I'm gonna see if I can find a way through the VIN number. I'm not really certain. But we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, it's a very pleasing experience when it's something you've dreamt of getting for a long while. The car, for the most part, has also been well maintained. I mean, this is an 09 car and the interior looks brand new. A little bit. Like, it needs cleaned up, but there's no wear and tear for real. You know, it's not been drove too much if you think about it. Being 134,000 miles, most cars see that in their first year, depending on the person. So, you know, this car's been on the road or been out of the showroom for over 10 years. You know, we're almost hitting that 15-year mark if we're being realistic. So, it's just, I'm in awe. Sorry, guys. I might be, you know, dick riding a bit, my fault, but it's just, once you get something you want and you've been wanting for so long, you work your butt off for, you really enjoy it, to say the least. But it's kind of, you know, just I feel like it's a good little bit right there. So I'm gonna probably cut the video off right there. Maybe post a little montage after that I'll cook up and whatnot. But with that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, and you know, I'm gonna further update you guys as the process goes along. So hope you guys have a good day. You know, don't ever try to regress from your dreams. Nothing can stop it unless you mentally allow yourself to be stopped. So keep that in mind, keep pressing through, and you'll achieve your shit. Real spill. But I'll catch y'all in the next one.